You're not making any sense.
H.A.R.M's planning a field test. They're going to use the super soldiers to destroy their Indian headquarters as punishment.
When?
It may have already started. I'm on my way there. Alert the police and tell them not to try to fight back. Just evacuate the area.
All right. But be careful.
And send an intercept team to the Antarctic facility. Armstrong is still there.
Consider it done.
No, please!
Are you Kate Archer?
Yes. What's the situation?
We're still evacuating the area.
If your men can keep the soldiers busy, I'll see about getting those people out of there.
Namaste, agents. Welcome back to India. Everything's gone a little bit wrong since the super soldiers are here and in force, so let's see what we can do about that. In addition to the super soldiers with the I-beams, at this point we're also encountering super soldiers with some sort of large cannon. And, well, they're a little violent. We have a missing wanted poster. Must have missed that one earlier. But our main objective here is going to be to save the civilians from the super soldiers. That'll require a little more work at various points from us. Those cannons do a fair bit of damage, so it's in your best interest to not be there when they're firing.
Help me! The gate is locked! There's nowhere to run!
So I'm starting to think there's actually multiple kinds of padlocks on gates. Some of them you can shoot off, and some of them, like this one, you can't. It could just be I'm massively inaccurate, but who's to say?
Run for your life! It's right behind me!
It seems as though Crazy Harij has been trapped behind some fire.
The ice cream is melting! It's no use! The fire is out of control!
I wonder if we should demand 50 rupees to put out the fire. So, these H.A.R.M goons up here actually start out as enemies, but as soon as a super soldier shows up, they will qualify themselves as friends. The only problem with that is that, well, there's nothing friendly about friendly fire. And with them firing, you can still get caught in the crossfire. Well, they do their best, but it's just really not good enough. What we really need, however, is that that little bucket lying in the center of the street. Much like the last level, at this point there's not a whole lot we can really do about the super soldiers. They're just a little bit too chuffy for us. Even if you were to unload your entire SMG, they won't slow down. A fact which I'll be demonstrating later.
I've got you!
And there's an example of friendly fire giving us a quick nick. But with this bucket we should be able to grab some water and hopefully get on our way out. Something I think would have streamlined this level a little bit. Most of the fires are big enough that they need 2 douses of water. If you'd made it so that there'd only been 1 douse of water, it would have been fine. I mean, you still have to go to all these areas anyway. You just wouldn't have to spend as much time dodging around super soldiers and everything else.
You there! I said put out this fire!
Yeah, I'm working on it. there are at least 3 fires that you must put out, and 4 fires that you should put out. Crazy Harij is mandatory, 2 civilians further in are also mandatory. Each of those will require 2 douses of water. So, it seems like the solution will either be make the water more plentiful, or, well, make the fire take less water. It doesn't matter either way. It is what it is.
Help me, someone!
That gate is the way forward, but we should really rescue Crazy Harij first. Otherwise he'll get really angry. You wouldn't like Harij when he's angry. I was really hoping that guy would have kept walking. So this soldier will move back and forth, but luckily we were able to dodge him every time that he was looking towards Harij. Regardless, we are now pretty much out of the way. Harij is saved, and now we just have to refill our bucket to save that other civilian, and then we'll move farther in. And while we're here, I mean, I can go ahead and upgrade something to max, but first I'm going to upgrade our carrying capacity and might as well upgrade gadgets. Stamina I'm not so worried about, because normally you'll have body armor. Stamina really shouldn't be too much of a problem at this point, but you never know. Oh, hello. That's unfortunate. That's the direction we need to go in. It is possible to go around him. I mean, he did happen to bust open that gate, and, well, we got time. It's not like India's, not like Calcutta's burning down or anything. What we will need, of course, is more water. So this fire right here is the optional one, I would say. It still requires 2 douses to put it out, but you can just squeeze past it and only take a little bit of health damage. It's not perfect, but, well, it is what it is. And it's definitely a lot faster than running all the way back, filling the bucket back up, and doing everything else again. There may be another water spigot around that I'm not aware of, but I don't know. I don't think so, though.
No!
And just in case you thought this level was no combat, well, here's some goons to prove you wrong. I can't put my finger on it, but for some reason, like, just the way the H.A.R.M goons say stuff like, "Oh man, I'm bleeding," it makes me think they're Canadian. I really can't... I can't put my finger on it. We'll be seeing a lot more of the H.A.R.M goons very soon, so maybe you'll be able to... Maybe attentive viewers will be able to give me a better idea, but... I think they're Canadian. Uh-oh. Of course, it's never that easy. So, just in case you happen to think that, all these guys are easy enough to take out and it should be easy enough, blah blah blah. Well, I mentioned in the last map that we did not have the firepower to even slow these guys down. It hasn't changed. We still don't. I don't know if it's because they're programmed with higher damage values or anything, but right now they're walking tanks essentially. And I mean, I can easily prove that. Luckily, some of these bodies will happen to get in the way of him hitting us, but even so... I suppose it could be there is a weak point on their backs that I'm just not using, but I don't really think so. And I'm just about positive a sword is not the ideal way to try and take these guys on. So I will not be doing that. But that is just about it for this level, so please join me next time.
I have information for you. Miss Archer, I'm glad you came back. I have news about Magnus Armstrong.
What is it? Is he all right?
He's in custody of H.A.R.M.
Not for long.